transition pictures. Koko was basically a monkey that can read. Born in San Francisco Zoo, lived to the age of 46, adopted a kitten, could take photographs, and could communicate in about 1,000 different signs and things, could communicate words and thoughts and so on. I've never done a gorilla before. I did the dogs, remember? And dogs don't transition. They just go straight from here to there because there's no ego issues. There's nothing for them to cling on to or shed themselves off or divest themselves off. And so I did not know whether the same applied to gorillas. I went into the energy for Koko the Gorilla. And, interestingly, there was the same architecture of caves and tunnels that there are for a human being, which was incredibly fascinating. Koko was on its knees, or her knees I should probably say, with her head stuck in a cleft. I have no idea why. But with her head stuck in a cleft. Pulled her head out of the cleft and just sat there somewhat dazed. What is this? Where am I? There didn't seem to be any concept of death or appreciation for the transition process. It was just like, I was there and now I'm here. Oh. She walks along, rolls down this little embankment thing, and the cave that I always see, the metaphorical cave, had puddles in it. And Koko sits by one of the puddles, looking at her reflection in the water, and then just gazing about. Puzzled. Not sentimental, not tearful, not in any way concerned, just confused. I think she was planning on sitting there for a very long while because there was nothing to do and there were no distractions. So there was nobody telling her what to do or where to go or anything. There was no feeding time or whatever happens in zoos. But there was ultimately this same drive, the same current to move forward. You can't sit still. You can't fight off the natural momentum of this process. So, after a while of sitting by this pool, Koko starts walking up the tunnel that I always see. Very uncomplicated. She just climbs up the tunnel, comes to the usual kind of scenario I see, the light, the dome thing, and stares at it. No feelings. It was just like in the moment, dealing with things in the moment. Oh, I've walked up a hill. Oh, I'm standing in a cave. Oh, I'm looking at a light. As well as a little bit of curiosity, I think, of like, what is this? You know, touching. When she realizes that she can step into it, that what seems like a solid surface is actually absorbent in a peculiar way that I can't quite describe, but it's absorbent, she steps in and goes, oh, I'm standing in a light. Oh, I was there, now I'm here. Oh, this is an interesting experience. And it's almost as if there were two of those collapsible doors that people have in their homes sometimes. You know, they just, partitions. And Koko just goes, okay, this is it. This is where I am. And grabs the sides of the dome thing and just closes them. Never re-emerges. It doesn't play with them. Open, shut, open, shut, open, shut. None of that. Just, oh, here I am. Very much in the moment. I stand here, I'm in a light, I close, I'm done. That's it. That's what happens to a gorilla in transition pictures. Now, that's not to say that gorillas don't have feelings. That's not to say that they're not capable of sentimentality or sadness. I mean, I did think there was a sort of sadness in the confusion. But it was more like, shouldn't such and such be here with me? Where's my usual food? Where's my trainer? There was a little element of that when she was sitting by the pool. Connections had been broken and she didn't understand why or how. Regularity had been broken up. The schedule had been interrupted. But other than that, there was really nothing going on. Remorse, shame, regret, none of these things that we have. Just, oh, I'm here. Oh, I'm walking up a tunnel. Oh, I'm standing in a light. Oh, I think I'll do this. Shtum, I'm gone. Kind of interesting, right? I mean, not moving, not stirring to the soul, but interesting. And that's what happened to Koko the Gorilla.